Buwitiweyu, Usakasakabo, Buenos dias, good day. My name is Elba, aka Phoenix Taino, and welcome to my Wakfu walkthrough.
Today's video is going to be us working on some more of this Mount Zenit quest. First, we want to speak to Pappy Pal in downtown Astrub for the quest, but before doing that, as usual, I try to go to the Temple of Scriptures and pray at the Almanac's altar. I also recommend ending your game at the Temple of Scriptures simply because when you start the game back the next day and you're already there, it's another way to remind yourself, oh, pray at the Almanac's altar. Now we're going to go to Astrub so we can talk to Pappy Pal. Hey little one, what can old Pappy Pal do for you? The Mercenaries Guild has plenty of different missions. A helping hand is always welcome. Don't hesitate to take on some of the missions posted on the mercenary boards. Pappy, do you know where I can find information about the artifacts? The artifacts. I think you should go see my old friend the Archaosologist, Jenry Sr. He's in the Temple of Scriptures just outside the city. I'll mark it on your map. I'm certain he can help you. There's nothing left but to go to the Temple of Scriptures. Thank you, Pappy. So literally where we just were, I'm going to use this teleport of scriptures that you can get from the Almanac's machine to the right of Jenry Sr. if you haven't gotten it already. So this is Jenry Sr. and then the machine is this right here. I'm going to go ahead and talk to him. What is it for? I'm very busy. Research waits for no man. Do you know where I can find an artifact like my compass, but which will allow me to travel beyond the cliffs of Mount Zenit? Where did you find this compass? I found it in the temple hidden in the sewers, the one that's guarded by members of Ogress' cult. This artifact is priceless. We Archaeosologists are always wanting to discover such remains. And where can I find what I need to get past the cliffs? I'm not in the habit of sharing that kind of information, but since you already own an artifact, I guess you're destined to look for more. At the moment, archaeosologists of various nations are searching for ancient relics. They've already started the search and have gathered a lot of information, but only except members of Ogre's cult, especially their Grambo lackeys, have kept our search from advancing. They're keeping anyone from getting their hands on these relics from the past, those blasted Ogress cult members. And as for your inquiry about an artifact allowing you to cross the void, let me see. I think I read something one day that could put you on the right track. One of our digs in Sufokia is based on this old scroll. Where did I put it? There it is. Take it. You'll get more use out of it. And anyway, I've made copies. Next, you'll have to go see Amaknian's Archaosologist. As for me, I still have lots of ancient documents to decipher and analyze. Good luck in your search. Take a look at the old parchment. Okay, it's a cool looking dragon. So we gotta reach level 20 and win a fight. Go speak to Amaknian's Archaosologist. So the first step's going to be pretty easy since we've already reached level 20. All we have to do is win a fight with any critter, monster, whatever you want to call them. Whenever that is an option, I've already reached the appropriate level. I just go to Astrub and fight one of the Bao Meows. Quick and easy, and it gets you to the next step. So here's 2, it looks like. Oh, someone's growing Christmas trees. Very cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go deal with this cat first because it's a healer. Take it out in one blow. Boom. I'm just going to keep moving closer to this other Bao Meow so that we can end this quick, fast, and in a hurry. And boom, we've won this fight. Next, go speak to Amakna's Archaosologist. So for that, we're going to go to Amakna. If you haven't already been to Amakna, you would just go to the Astra port and get on the boat. That takes you to different islands, which is right in front of Master Boss Owl, and I show it in other videos, so you can always watch some of my previous content. And it's just going to take us a little minute. We're going to go out here, right? And then on the big map, let me make this smaller. So the zap is around here, technically over here. And we want to go to this point on the map. And with the compass already activated, it's pointing us in the right direction. Just keep moving, and then boom, the highlighted character is who we need to talk to. Lara Craft. Ooh, can I be of some use to you? I'm looking for an artifact. I got this from Jenry Sr. Oh, you're looking for the famous artifact that's supposed to be able to call a dragon. I understand better now why Mr. Holmes Sr. sent you to see me. At the moment, we Archaeosologists are all working together on one immense work site. And the artifact is there? Oh no, we haven't gotten our hands on any sort of artifact. However, we have discovered a very old sunken temple underneath a Sufokian island. The door of the temple was slightly ajar, and inside there's a fresco identical to the one on the scroll Jenry Sr. gave you. So the artifact must be linked to the temple. I must go and get a closer look at this temple. You can't go there just like that. The Sunken Temple is a grand dig site closed to the public. We're trying to do our best to make sure the site isn't ravaged by inexperienced hands. Only an honorary archaeosologist can get the required authorization. How am I going to do it? I can put you through various archaeosologist tests. If you succeed, you'll officially become an honorary archaeosologist. What are we waiting for? Come back and see me when you've accomplished all the tasks I've given you. Let's go do some archaeosology. Now we have like a Blibli in a china shop for a quest. And the first thing we have to do is analyze the research scrolls in chronological order. So to start the test, we need to go here, the Archaeosological excavation site. And then basically look for these scrolls, which, let me see if I can find a point where you can see them all. All right, you can't see them all, but the scrolls are these Archaeosology notes. So there's one here, there's one here, there's one down here, and then the fourth one is right there. If I remember correctly, we're going to want to do this one first. Ta-da! And so we hear the little ding, we see the scroll, and read it. And it's estimated in the year of -5990, or 5990, arms trading began in the world of 10 by our most primitive ancestors immediately following the creation of the very first comma by the god Enutrof, the fabricamation. Despite that, it would seem that the first trades were still partially barters, utilizing in equal measure commas, barely domesticated gobbles, toothed little peewees, and saber-toothed varieties of bao meow against forged and manufactured arms. The text continues on to pontificate regarding several forging methods likely to have been used in the primitive age. Okay, so that's the first one. We're going to skip this one and come down here. I believe this one's the second one, if memory serves. Bam. All right. So my memory is not as, as bad as I think it is sometimes. But anyway, experts agree that around the year -200, the creation of the 6 primordial Dolphus caused a wave of troublesome effects on the world of 10. The magic propagated and was amplified by the concert of the primordial dragon eggs resonating in harmony. And that's where the specialists start to disagree. Some believe that numerous creatures evolved rapidly and new species started to appear. Worth noting is the appearance, then sudden disappearance of the Dragoonies, giant versions of the Dragoons we know today. It was the end of the primitive age and the beginning of the age of Dolphus. The pivotal moment in the transition was the creation of Zeller's clock and the designation of the protectors of the months. The text follows on about the beginning of the age of Dolphus and the species that appeared and disappeared around this time. Now, I'm pretty sure this one up here was number 3. Yes. So, in the year 665, while Ogris was on his quest to recover the 6 primordial Dolphus, the balance of the world of 12 was subtly perturbed. Conflicts were breaking out, sometimes without an apparent reason, and fate seemed to be sowing the seeds of discord in preparation for the coming of Ogris' chaos. Everywhere, fake Dolphus were created, sold, stolen, and destroyed by avid yet lawless adventurers. Certain specialists think that the general disorder that was settling in at the time was not due exclusively to the instability caused by Ogris' quest, but might also have been the work of malevolent individuals working from the shadows. The text babbles on, detailing different conspiracy theories about Dathura and the start of Ogris' chaos. So we got that third one out of the way, and now we go on to scroll 4, or the last Archaeosology note. Okay, so we got a little chime here, we got a note in front of us, and then we heard the character celebrate, which indicates that we have completed this part of the Archaeosology test, but I'm going to go ahead and read the scroll first, and then we'll get on with it. While chaos reigned in the year 790, or 790, thousands of people perished in earthquakes, storms, tidal waves, and also in battles for survival and raids. Entire regions disappeared beneath the waters or drifted hundreds of kilometers after having been ripped from the ground. Ancient islands disappeared and new ones appeared. Certain regions saw complete climate reversal, irreparably damaging local ecosystems. The world of 12 was disfigured by Ogris' tears and rage, amplified by the power of the 6 primordial Dolphus, now reunited. The text richly details Ogris' chaos and its effects on the world of 12 and its inhabitants, which was sufficiently recent that the scientists were able to gather numerous eyewitness accounts. Okay. Worth noting is this section on the top left that reads the Archaeosology test. The second test is identifying 4 unearthed artifacts scattered around the site. Explore the area and identify the items in the defined areas thanks to the information gained during the first test. So for this one, we are going to, hold on, because we can't see all 4 points. No, well, sure. So now we can see all 4 points. We have 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is actually right next to it. So we'll go to the furthest one to get started and then work our way back up. Let's actually do these ones. Then this one. And then after the last one, we're going to end up back down here. I see salt crystals on this broken vase. I probably saw a tidal wave or two during Ogress Chaos. Ta-da for ancient artifacts identified. Let's move on to the last test. Delicately transporting a fragile artifact. It went away too fast, so I'm not sure. But anyway, so we're going to come back down here. And this part can be tricky, but it's not too bad. We're just going to grab the artifact because the test is to avoid obstacles on the ground and big changes in level. Now I need to get to the chest over there. And the obstacles are basically things like this. If I were to walk through here, my character would trip on this shovel, and then I would have to recover the artifact and start again. So, I'm going to get off this Drago turkey since it moves a little faster than my actual character. And you're just going to want to like click points that are directly in front so that you can maneuver without tripping over anything and dropping the artifact. So here we have another shovel in the way. So we want to get as far away from it as possible, then go straight forward. Straight, straight, come down, and then click here. We did it! Yeah, I passed all the tests! Now I can go reclaim the reward from the Archaosologist of Amaknian. Now, normally these little glowy spots indicate an exit, but for this area, we're going to actually hover over this elevator looking thing to get back out into the area where the Archaeosologist Lara Craft, I think her name? Yes, Lara Craft. Talk to her. I finished what you asked me to do at the archaeosological site without too much damage. Oh, you passed the test perfectly. I didn't think you were capable of doing everything I asked you to do so quickly and ably. So, can I claim the title of Honorary Archaeosologist of Amaknian? Yes, we'll be able to go to Sufokia's Big Dig site. Now let's go. No time to lose. Here's your well-deserved title. Come back and speak to me when you're ready to go. Thanks a lot. I won't hesitate. So we did get the title, the Honorary Archaeosologist, and we will now have the Big Dig quest. Go to Sufokia's Big Dig site. So we're going to talk to her again. I like to go to the archaeosological site of Octapodas' Sunken Temple in Sufokia. Very good. Your title of Honorary Archaeosologist gives you the authority to visit, but please touch nothing. The archaeosologists of the other nations are present. You must make a good impression for the honor of your nation. Let's go. All right. Now we are here. And the way to get down is through these steps. Then these steps, and these are all the archaeosologists. Our first objective for the Sunken Temple of Sufokia, rather, is to examine the nearby door of the Sunken Temple, which is right here. How am I going to open this door? Don't you find that fascinating? According to my research, we must find 3 orichalcums to activate the door. Orichalcums? Fascinating. What is it? Oh, orichalcums are extremely rare in ancient items, but what do they look like? They're small metal beads, a golden metal. Oh, a golden metal bead. Where could I find some? Well, you see, they're very rare. But I have a bit of an idea. Come speak to me when you're ready to head out again for adventure. Now that we got through that dialogue, we have the quest Jenry Jr., Bontarian Archaosologist. So speak to Jenry Jr. at the site of the Sunken Temple of Sufokia. And that's this fellow right here. This temple seems completely sunk. If we manage to open this door, blah, 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 get tongue twisted sometimes, sorry. I hope we'll find a dry passage to explore the corridors and rooms of this ancient sacred place. You seem to have hesitated when Mademoiselle Kraft mentioned the orichalcums. That's true, I'm sure I crossed a similar item in my research a few months ago, but I can't remember what it was. Listen, check out other leads, and on my side, I'll try to concentrate and remember, and take a look back at my old research. I should be able to track down this supposed orichalcum. I'll let you know through my father at the Temple of Scriptures. What do you say? That works perfectly. Good luck and see you soon. Now we have to go speak to, we have Eminerell Lebbocq, Brakmarian Archaosologist, and we need to talk to him. And that's this fellow over here. Listen, you spoke way too long with Hones, to be honest. I also have good information. I can tell you that it makes my heart ache to give it to you freely, but I can't lose face against Jenry. I already had an orichalcum in my hands. What? But where is it? Show it! Calm down, I don't have it anymore. How should I say this? I'm a renowned scientist, and my finds are worth their weight in gold. The greatest collectors snatch up my discoveries and my competitors when they can be provided, and this little metal sphere is already destined for a buyer, and that has been for years. Give me a bit of time, I'll find you the name of the buyer. Don't mention it to others, it might make they might be jealous that I was lucky enough to hold an orichalcum bead in my hand. Otherwise, I noticed that Laura Kraft seemed rather pensive. Maybe she has something for you? Nothing as useful as me, I hope. Blasted crook. Hurry and find your quote-unquote client. I'll speak to Laura Kraft while waiting. Like I told you, you need 3 items to serve as the key. Orichalcums. An orichalcum is a small bead made of a very rare and precious ancient metal with mysterious properties. The last traces in history of this metal being forged date from the primitive age, well before the age of Dophus. I've conducted a lot of research, and the information I was able to collect is very interesting. And what are they? According to my sources, the hunter Magnum Bairefute has an item like those orichalcums that we're looking for. Where can I find this Magnum Bairefute? Magnum Bairefute can be found in the Amaknian capital in the Guild of Hunters camp. I hope he will indulge us and give us something that may be one of the orichalcums. Let's go find Magnum Bairefute in the Amaknian capital. So we have 2 options here. One would be to use the Teleport of Scriptures and then take the zap back to Amaknian, or let me show you guys where this boat ends up taking us, just so in case you don't have the Teleport of Scriptures, you know where to go. So we're going to get on this boat, and because the dig site is Sufokian, we are now in Sufokia. So let me open up a map. We are here, and the zap in this area is all the way over here. But it looks further than it actually is. All we got to do, really, is come down here and follow the path, for the most part. And then past this tent, we're going to go straight. We've got the market here. We've got some Drago turkey. And we have the zap. which I would have needed to activate anyway, so it's a good thing I came this way. And now we can type Amaknian or scroll down and click on the appropriate zap. I just like to type it so I don't have to scroll through however many different areas I end up having as options. It's just a little quicker. All right, and now we need to find Magnum Bairefute. The compass is auto-activated, so we know we're going to go down here. And then there's this Haven World tree. Magnum Bairefute is right here. Now the quests he sends us on are a few, and the first two, if I'm not mistaken, require you to battle on your own. So even if you are in a group with other folks, as soon as you trigger the first two quests for Magnum Bairefute, you and your group members are all going to have your own individual fights. Then after that, if I'm remembering correctly, you'll be able to, you know, complete quests with your party. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and see you guys in the next video.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Actually, I changed my mind because I only really did not even 30 minutes of gameplay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this Magnum Bairefute Guild of Hunters quest. First things first is we're going to talk to him. Hey, have you come to ask me for an autograph? You know, I'm the most popular hunter this year. I won't tell you about all the visitors I get each day. Lara Croft sent me to see you. You would be in possession of a spherical antique? Ah, you want to talk about my good luck charm. I found it during an exhausting mission to Sufokia, and it definitely brought me luck. I find it completely intriguing. Is that what you're looking for? Yes, it resembles the description they gave me of the orichalcums that will let me open the door in Sufokia. Well, I'd be ready to give it to you and the Archaeosologists, but not for free. Surely, what do I have to do? At the moment, we have two problems. First of all, mysterious entities have taken control of the Pudleys, then some quote-unquote nocturnal creatures have attacked the people in the area. The Pudleys are blocking access to a well far to the east. It's surprising because Pudleys are normally pretty inoffensive creatures. As for the nocturnal creatures, they appear in the Ogre's Salt Lakes, nearby to the south, attacking people unfortunate enough to be walking in the area. No one here wants to take care of it because they don't believe in such things. So it's an opportunity for you to prove to me that you're a good hunter that I can trust. I'll be back in 2 shakes. So the 2 objectives he gave us is a wet mission and a night mission. So the wet mission is the one that you're going to end up having to do on your own, even if you are playing with a party. So we're going to go this way. Why am I running without my Drago turkey? What am I thinking? The Drago turkey is so much faster. All right. Now we are at the singing fields. And we're just going to keep going straight until the compass says that we need to turn. Oh, there we go. So, right in front of the clan member here, Zav the Baker, is this well. And we got to examine it. So it was true, mad Pudleys are blocking the well. No pediculus. Alright, so these are the little Pudley guys. They are weak to air and fire. Those are their weakest. So you can hit them with anything, but it's best to hit them with what they're have the least resistance in, or no resistance at all. He seems like the leader. Oh. Darn it, I clicked on the wrong square. Don't do that. Okay. At least there's that. Can't really go anywhere else, so I'm going to end my turn. Okay. Hit him with the second one. And then I'll be in range of most of these guys. Seriously? I want to knock out as many as possible. Well, not knock out, but you know what I mean. Get their health low. And again, I would use a different strategy if my attacks on them weren't so effective. Now we're gonna go here. Let him do his thing. Then it's my turn. When I'm playing by myself, I always grab the shield first. So we've completed Magnum Bairefute's wet mission. The second one is complete Magnum Bairefute's night mission. I'm gonna turn on the compass just because I don't remember exactly where it is. Well, we have to go this way first and then go across. Okay. To the left. Now we're going to cross this bridge and go from the Singing Fields to the area that that the Archaosologist Lara Craft was at, which is where the Rictus are. These guys are the Rictus. So here we are going to go into this like greenhouse looking area and light the campfire. At this point, your party should be together. Something's coming. Better wait by the fire. Did I think? Yeah, we have to click on the campfire to wait to activate the next step. They ended up appearing. They look strange, though. We must defeat them to be sure. Okay. So these larvae are going to be a little bit different than the ones that we fight in Astrup sewers, in that once they are defeated, this like green glowy monster or specter, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but will appear after you defeat the larva. So it's like a two-phase battle, if that makes sense. And their weakness is earth, which is good. I know that's gonna take him out. And then boom, we have that little grebe orb guy, the parasitic arachnoplasm. That's what we got going on. And he is weakest to water. So let's do this. I'm gonna hit this guy with earth. And that way, when the other two start coming to me, I can do that downpour spell. Oh, was I supposed to use all my movement points? Yep. I tend to not worry about these challenges unless I'm in a dungeon, but I should probably focus on it more simply because it gives 60 prospecting and 60 wisdom, which is just better drops and more experience in Wakfu terms. So we're going to hit this guy. That should... Well, apparently it isn't going to take him all the way out. Now we're going to do downpour. And we took out at least one of those suckers. Probably should have used downpour on the larva instead of the earth thing, but too late now. Take him out. Take him out. Now they're not a problem. This will probably do more damage. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go here. Pick up my orb. And now I have more AP, so I can hit this guy. Boom. And let me back up a little bit. Just because I can, and it's better to be not in line with some of the monsters in case their attacks require that, rather than having an area of an effect type attack. Okay. We're going to keep using this downpour spell because it is handy. I'm going to come back over here. I'm still in line with the guy, but I don't want to be too far because my spell does require for me to be in line with my targets. So there's that. We're just moving as close to these last two guys as possible. Because they're not even moving. They are... Wait, there's something in the way, and I can't fully tell. Oh. Will I be able to get to them from here? How do I even get to them? Because they're not in range, and they're probably... Oh, wait a second. We can get you. At least. And... Nope. Ruh-roh. Might as well use this rift spell. Build up my armor. I'm not sure where I would be able to go to get to these guys. I mean, if he wants to come closer, that works too. I am not mad at him. Ta-da! Let's go ahead and hit him with our strongest spell. And we have the ability to teleport, so that is no longer a problem. I'm in the same space as them. If you don't have the ability to teleport, I guess you would just have to hit these guys with a ranged attack from where I was standing. Will this one do more damage? Not really. I mean, yes, but also no. Probably helps if I have the Heart of Light activated, though. Oh, yeah. That definitely made a difference. So we completed those quests, and now we have to come back in here and sit at the campfire before we can speak to Magnum Bairefute. If we get too far away, the game's going to basically redirect us. Alright, now we can come back here. And just keep going straight. There he is. Hey, have you come to ask me for an autograph? That's basically what he said before. I finished all the missions you've given me. There were larvae possessed by... What? Larvae possessed by specters? You must be dreaming. That's not possible. I'm going to act as if you didn't tell me anything. I'm going to give you another mission. Some larvae have gone crazy in the fields, but we don't know why. We found a strange pile of wood where it seems they established their nest. At the old sheep pen to the south of the region. Take care of that, and I'll take your efforts into consideration. It's as good as done. Off for the old sheep pen. So now we got to complete this urgent mission. And we are going to go back out this way and then take a left. Ta-da! Now we go this way. The compass is kind of pointing down over here. And we're going to look for a pile of rocks kind of like this that has like a sign in front of it. Or not a sign, it has a poster on it. I think that would be the better way to describe what we're looking for. And there it is. We want to go in here. Wool. And then it's going to take us inside this ancient shepherd's cellar. And what is that? A weakened spectral arachne and some mad larvae. So, in this battle, there is a mechanic that is worth noting, and that is that there are areas lit up in blue, and if their monster is on that area, any attacks you do to it will basically be pointless. They're immune while they're on those squares. So here we go. Sorry, I had to adjust my desk here. So these are the areas I was referring to earlier. Oh, he's too far. I'm not close enough for anything, so I'm just gonna give myself some armor. Now I should be able to get right in front of this guy. Hold on a second. Oh no, doesn't really help. Okay, where can I go? I can go right here. Hit this guy. Ooh, he's almost done. Then all I have to worry about are these larvae. Summons a possessed larva. So these guys summon more larvae. What's he weakest to again? Earth. Oh, but he's immune. What I do is going to be pointless because he's on this. So I might as well back the F up. And then move. Actually, I'm going to move over here. Because I want to stay relatively close to my will-o'-the-wisp since I can only have 2 out at a time. And if I'm too far away, I can't pick it back up. I am muy outnumbered here. I should probably hit him with this. Yep. Oh no. Forgot about these little assholes. One more again. Now he's done. I should be able to move a little bit closer and hopefully these guys don't all climb up on a... Oh no, that's exactly what they're gonna do. You assholes. But there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4 that I can attack, and I can get rid of this guy too while I'm at it. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. While he's still in line with me. Hit that guy. Oh. This was finish all your enemies off in order of increasing level. Yeah, whatever. Can I go here? Cool. I don't know what just happened. It got rid of its own immunity? How did... You know what? I ain't asking no questions. It's working in my favor. That is all I care about. 2. I mean, unless the game is glitching somehow. Yes. Let me just go ahead and take out the guy furthest away if I can. Just because he's gonna be the hardest to deal with. Might as well pick up my other orb. Ooh, I got another spell. Yeah, since he's further away, he'd probably be the most pain in the butt to get to after taking out some of these guys. Listen, I'm not the one you want to surround like this. Now it's just me and this asshole, who I can thankfully reach with this spell. And I'm going to put myself in line with him for the next turn. He's probably going to come towards me anyway, but... Oh yeah, we want to back up 2 spaces. Now I can hit him with this super strong spell. Too far away from my orb. That's fine. I have one other one if I needed it. But I shouldn't. There should be enough. Boom. We have completed this quest. Now I have to report back to Magnum Bairefute in the Amaknian capital. And we get out of here through these stairs. We're in the singing fields. And of course we want to go back to Magnum Bairefute. So we're on the main road. We should be able to go straight from here. Straight and then to the left. This is the Gabol field. Again, I should be on my Drago Turkey. It would be so much faster, but oh well. Here we go. Ta-da! We did it! Hey, have you come to ask me for an autograph? Same shit as before. I've eradicated the mad larva. But they were commanded by a weakened spectral arachne. And a weakened spectral arachne? But what are you talking about? You haven't seemed very clear since I met you. But thanks, the problem seems resolved. I'd like you to accomplish one final mission though, something important, and I'd be ready to reward you with my good luck charm. What is this important mission? I'll need rock wool. It's a bit difficult to harvest because its owner is not at all docile. As you can see, my workers are rather few, and we have a lot to do in order to fill the orders for parts given to us by our scientific colleagues, and not to mention that we need to replant as much as we harvest. Between the gobbles and the wild plants and the occasional scarecrowlets, sure, we're going to go with that. We have our hands full. I need valiant adventurers to harvest this unique tuft of rock wool from Bovis. Bovis is a once domesticated gobble believed lost or eaten by bullwolves by its shepherd, but decades later, a young adventurer exploring a dungeon quite far to the south of here came nose to nose with a plump gobble covered in abundant wool. Having lived all this time underground, eating mushrooms and eating element-rich mud, he developed a coat abundantly encrusted with rare minerals. I need to deliver a tuft of this wool to the great rationalist of Automai's disciples. The great rationalist is the most educated and revered scientomage of all Automai's disciples, our master. You understand, then, why this mission is so important. Okay, I'll get you that rock wool. Okay, now I'm going to end the video and wait until hubby is available to play, because exploring Bovis's lair is basically a dungeon that is much easier to get through with at least one other player. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.